Yeah, what can I say? I'm bored. It's Saturday. Hey, is that? Can you hear that fan? Is that too loud? Hey, Nell, how you doing? Is that fan too loud in the background, guys? It's like really hot in here, but okay, good. My son watched some of my early videos and he said, "Dad, you gotta turn that fan off. It's making too much noise." All right. So I know I just did a live stream, but uh, it's Saturday. Flea market sucked. So let's 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 rip into this. It's just for some reason it's showing backwards on my screen, but there it is. The '93 Stadium Club Series One baseball, high definition. I don't know if you can read that or not. So I get this. Where did I get this? I don't know. If this came from the auction or I just bought this somewhere. No, it was auction. It was part of an auction. Part of the auction, and this came in the auction. And this came in the auction. Yeah. So we're gonna rip into this. Think I think I'm gonna do some other open some other boxes later on this week. Um, don't know if I don't think it'll be live because I'll be babysitting my granddaughters on Thursday and Friday while my son is off on his honeymoon in Florida. And so they asked my wife and I to babysit, and I'm thinking I'm gonna just. They're 1 and they're 3 years old, but you know what? I'm gonna see how the 3-year-old can handle helping Pappy rip some cards without actually ripping the cards, you know. So anyway, here we go. Brand new. There goes the wrapper. Not brand new anymore. Goodbye. And well, it was brand new in 1993. So I did buy some of these. I just don't remember everything that came in. Apparently, you got a little um, Stadium Cleveland baseball checklist, first day production cards, Rockies Marlins expansion draft pick cards, new 3000 hit club member cards, Win Stadium Club master photos. So this is some kind of checklist for all that kind of stuff. Cool, I guess. Set that over there. By the way, in the background you see some of my live stream that I did earlier, and I don't think it posted yet um, to my channel, but cigarette card in the back, and I decided to since I'm like to do some props and stuff. I got this Mickey Mantle I bought at the flea market. Nice little hard little plexiglass thingy. I'm a Yankee guy, so oh crap, you can't see the mixed head. What good is that? Hold on. There. Now you can't see the card. There's the card. There's Mickey. Nice. All right. So let's do this. Hopefully I won't bump the camera with my belly too badly. Let's rip into some of these. Oh, 1993. I don't even know who the rookies were for that year. I probably should have looked it up before I started my stream, but my belly's getting in the way. So I'm just going to do it from the side here, guys. What the heck? It's all the same. Flip these, get rid of that. So, Jose Vizcaino, Kurt Knudsen. I got all the stars here. Rene Gonzalez, Mike Morgan. Yeah, let's just go till we find someone good. How's that? We'll be spinning them all day. Oh, there we go. Boom. Kirby Puckett. Nice. And the checklist. The lighting is really... There we go. You see Kirby. I'll just stand them up like that. How's that? I remember the packs being this hard to ripping open when it first came out. So why should it be any different now? So we'll just go through who the stars are. Surprisingly, they're not all bricked up though. Coming apart really nicely. So whoever did have these, there you go. Boom. Andre Dawson. Boom. Roger Clemens. Not bricked up at all. So whoever had these before me really took care of them or just got really lucky. Either or. I'm now the benefactor, right? For those of you who are new to the stream, go to my channel. I'm having a 500 subscriber giveaway. By the way, I didn't have them readily available, but here's a bunch more of the autographs that will be randomly inserted into one per box of my eBay product that Eric Jabs kind of previewed for me on his Fan Mail Friday yesterday. So moving on with this. Robin Ventura, good ball player. Here we go. Boom. Cal Ripken. Boom. Greg Maddux. That's it. Sorry about the focus, guys. Really. Wish there was something I could do about it. I can look and see if there's another webcam maybe that actually will autofocus. I don't know. I guess I should have done that the first time. But anyway, I'll do that. I'll have to do that. Because who knows when I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers to be able to use my phone. Well, let's see. I don't know. Do you guys care to look at all these cards, or you just want to see the stars? Let me know. I can see the chat. I'm just not right there at the keyboard to respond. And Dennis Martinez. Let's straighten these up while I go look over at the chat real quick. See what people are talking about. You can't hear the fan, I take it, right? Okay. So you bought a whole case of them at one time? Nice, Billy. You still have them? All right. Look at this. Here we go. Sorry about that. Boom. Roger Clemens. Again. Checklists. See, some guys don't like checklists, but if you check card pricing and stuff like that, checklists historically don't lose value. Like cards will fluctuate up and down, but finding a good unwritten on, checked off checklist can fetch, a couple bucks. Whereas a card could be a couple bucks today and then tomorrow be worthless. Especially like the older checklists used to have like portraits of baseball players on. So those were even you would get a premium price for those. The Mantles, the Mazes, stuff like that. I know I'm showing my age when I talk about that stuff, but I started collecting in 1972 in earnest. Um, and how I did was I would run on the like Sunday morning or Saturday, run to the local newspaper stand and get my dad's. It was Sunday. He would get him the Sunday papers. There's Tim Salmon. A lot of people like him. Boom, Rich Gossage. Um, and the change was mine. So whatever the change was left over, $1, $2, whatever, baseball cards with it. And the local newsstand, Bray's newsstand, that guy always had cards, always. So me and my brothers, we'd always go there and we'd buy cards. We would, I remember in the wintertime, we'd be shoveling snow and earning money to buy cards in the wintertime. Boom, Kirby Puckett, right? This looks like a repeat pack from the first one I opened up. Nope, not quite. A little bit different. Here's Frank Thomas. Boom, Frank Thomas. But yeah, a lot of the same cards as in the first pack. But we'll take it. I think the other one had Greg Maddux in. Not the big hurt. So, yeah, 72. I love the 72 Topps baseball design. Back then, just like now, but back then you would get a series issued every couple weeks, maybe every month. But some series you would get, some sets you would get 7 different series. So you'd get them like every 10 days there'd be a new one coming out. And you'd collect all your high numbers. Boom. There we go. Mike Messina. The high number cards are obviously the short print cards and the older stuff. Boom. There's a Tom Glavine. I like Joe Carter. Should be in the Hall of Fame. He will be one day. Tino Martinez, maybe. Mike Scioscia might go as a manager. I don't know. And Danny Tartable. So, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, Goose Gossage does autographs through the mail, TTM stuff, and I'm a member of SportsCollectors.net, which you have a yearly fee of like $15 to be a member of that, but you get access to like all the addresses, the percentages of return rates of successful and unsuccessful, and yeah, but he does charge a fee. I think it's like $10. Well, I sent him a rookie card. There's some people like him. I don't know, Chris Sabo. But I sent him his Rich Gossage rookie card, and hoping he'd sign it for me. Never got it back. So 2 or 3 months later, I sent him a third-year card with the $10. By the way, these guys don't want checks; they want cash. It's about the only time you send cash through the mail nowadays. And boom, I get the card back within a couple weeks, signed. So he kept my rookie card though. He never sent it back. I supplied him with the self-addressed return envelope, all that good stuff, stamp, postage on it, and everything. Nope, nothing back. So a little disappointed in the Goose. Boom, Tim Raines. Oh, looks like he might be out there. Looks like he's in pain, sliding there. Let's see. Delano DeShields. Here we go. Second Cal Ripken out of this box so far. Second Greg Maddux out of this box so far. And we're only 8 or 10 packs in. Nice. Got 2 Kirby's out of this box already. Yeah, so is your father-in-law still good friends with the Gossages? I mean, have you ever met the Goose or no? I know he lives in Colorado. So at least that's where his mailing address is. through the TTM stuff. Doing the old flip. It's a second Ramon Martinez. Couldn't be his brother, right? Pedro. Funny story about Pedro Martinez. When I was a lot younger, I was in the military. I was in the Air Force. I did 21 and a half years, retired in 2015, but I actually took a 14-year break in service where I was out since like 1990 on till 2003, and then I rejoined. I joined the Air Force Reserves. But while I was on active duty, I was stationed at Nellis in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we used to go. I used to take my boys, who were really small at the time. We only lived a couple blocks from the minor league stadium, and it was the Padres owned them at the time. So all these other guys would come in though, visiting teams, and Pedro was, he was in town. He was still a nobody, but I knew him because of his brother's card. He had the picture of him and his brother on the same card. Well, Frank Viola, Juan Gonzalez, nice. Well, we would stand outside the stadium after the game at the tunnel, and the players would come out, and they would sign cards and stuff. Well, we would go like every night. So I was with my boys trying to get autographs every night. And like the first night he signed the cards, okay, the second night he came out, and I guess I'm a pretty recognizable character, but he says to me, now get this, he's like a nobody. He is in AAA ball by now though, and he says to me in his best English that he was not. I can't even begin to sound like he sounds, but basically he's like, he's not signing any more autographs for me because I'm probably just out selling them for money. And I'm like, really? To myself, I'm like, you're like a nobody yet, Don't be so full of yourself. There's a Rafael Palmeiro. But anyway, yeah. And then right there in front of my two little kids too, really good impression. So he's not been one of my favoriteest of people. And I did not sell his autographs, by the way. I gave some away to other people who were Red Sox fans. Dave Winfield, boom, right? And so, yeah. I also managed to get Jim Thome. There's Carlton Fisk. Jim Thome, minor league, on some minor league cards as well. Had good time in Las Vegas while I was there. I was there for a total of like 9 years before we moved back to Pennsylvania. And currently I live in New Jersey now, but, Hey, what's up there? Shalani? Did I say that right? Shalani? Okay. Your father-in-law doesn't get around that much anymore, but he used to go hunting with the Gossages. Nice. That's cool, right? So I came back, and I said this on my other stream just a little bit ago, half hour ago, I guess. I went to South Carolina, took a little vacation. 2 reasons. I didn't want my wife and sister-in-law driving all that way by themselves. So I tagged along with them. And secondly, I had a written invitation from Bobby Richardson, who I had corresponded with through the TTM, through the mail system that we have at sportscollectors.net. And he invited me down. He says, listen, I said, listen, I'm coming down this summer. I would love to just sit around and chat baseball. I want to talk baseball because he played during the era Mantle, Maris. He played from 1955 to 1966. So he played like 11 years. He retired really young. He retired at 31. He could still have played, but he decided, because he's a Christian, that he needed to spend more time helping his wife rear their children. He had 4 kids, I believe, 2 boys, 2 girls. and maybe 3 boys and a girl, something like that. But during the summer, they lived in South Carolina. But during the summer, they would get an apartment up in upstate New Jersey near New York, so that he could be close to the stadium and be able to get to work at a reasonable time. And so he retired from baseball, but he invited me down. He's in his 80s as well, but still pretty active. And boom, Jim Tomei. Speaking of Jim Tomei, there he is. And he invited me down and said, listen, come on down and we'll have lunch. Boom, Dave Winfield. And so that's the other reason why I went down. However, I bought his book. He wrote a book. It's called Impact Player. And I read it, and it matched up exactly with his letter to me, which also stated, and I had this in other videos that I had shot earlier this year, with all the stuff that I got from him through the mail and stuff, and autographs. He's he got a beautiful signature, and but he did say, however, 3 months out of the year he spends at his beach house. So, here we go. Look, boom, there we go. So that's a master photo, I guess, and I guess you send them in and you receive that card, I guess, or get entered for a drawing. And sure enough, he was at his summer home. So I didn't have that address. I knew his home address in Sumter, South Carolina. So I didn't get to meet Bobby Richardson. It kind of was a little bit of a downer, because that was like the second most important reason why I went. So anyway, Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame, but not. So hopefully later on this year, maybe he'll be back from his vacation, and maybe I can squeeze in a second trip down there, because I really wanted to do like an interview of him for my channel, and do exactly that. Let's talk baseball. Um, uh, Bobby Richardson. If you guys don't know it, he played on the Yankees, like I said, but he also gave the eulogy. He gives eulogies at some of these other baseball players, and one of them happened to be Mickey Mantle, who, by the way, is like my idol as a kid and growing up and stuff. My father actually named me after Mickey Mantle, and so he gave Mickey's eulogy, and he hands out these pamphlets. How talks about how Mickey Mantle was always perceived to be this womanizer, this drinker, whatever. Boom, Wade Boggs, right there. That's a nice Boggs, even if you're not a Red Sox fan. And so yeah, I wanted to ask him. Boom, Craig Biggio, by the way, that when his time comes, and he's got to go stand before God, I guess. I don't know, however you want to put this. That who does he want? Who would he like to give his eulogy? Since he's given so many to so many different players over the years, that who would he want? And that's a question I really wanted to ask him, but I didn't get the opportunity. So maybe later on this year, hopefully, and God willing, he lives a much longer life. Live to be 100, Bobby. Live to be 110. Whatever. I don't want to jinx the guy either. So, yeah. But anyway, that's that story there. And let's see, who else are we getting out of these packs? There's an Eric Karros. He was a good ball player, right? And Steve Farr. So, for those guys again that are new tuning in, don't forget to go to my channel and check out the 500 subscriber giveaway. Make sure you follow the instructions for getting qualified to receive it if you've registered for it. If you want to receive it, there's certain requirements that have to be met. Todd Van Poppel, big disappointment, right? $1 million arm, and barely pitched in the major leagues. Tim Wakefield, knuckleballer. Here's another Tomei. That's 2 Tomeis out of this box so far. Albert Bell. Mosi Salou. And Mark Leiter. All right, looks like we've got like 5 packs left. Oh, let's get them all out. Again, sorry about the focus, guys. It's webcam. But when you reach that 1,000 subscriber plateau, you get to stream live with your autofocusing iPhones. All right, so here we go. I got Jeff Hudson. Oh, there goes the original Pudge Fisk. Pudge, I should say, Carlton Fisk. Here's our first Eddie Murray. Benito Santiago was a really good defensive catcher. Matter of fact, he had, I think he at one time, or still does, hold the record for most consecutive games hit safely in his rookie year by a rookie. Derek Parks, Dan Walters, Mark Clark. Not really bricked up, just sticking a little bit. They're not sliding all that easy. We did run across, if you just tuned in, by the way, I haven't been looking, Robin Yount, but I don't think we've come across our first day issue. Didn't they have first day issues in this set as well? I don't know if you get one per box or not. Have you guys seen any of the first day issues yet? The little stamp that might be up in the corner here somewhere. I haven't, but I've really been paying that much attention to it. Maybe it's still to come. Okay, where's the game piece? There's no game piece in this one. Okay, no card in this one. Tim Belcher, Sutcliffe, Greg Vaughn, Damon Easley, Matt Noakes, and there's no club card because we got this David Need, Colorado Rockies, I guess first year, right? Inaugural season for the Rockies. There you go. Boom. Roberto Alomar. There's no little spit on this card. We'll get it off of there. Ed Sprague. David Wells threw a no-no. Todd Zeal. Dan Plasick. He's a radio announcer, right, for MLB Network or something like that. And all right, 3 packs left. And then we'll be done. Mile High cards. Well, yeah, you should like the Rockies, right? A lot of people like teams from their hometown or whatnot. I was never a I live in New Jersey, about 35 miles from Philadelphia. I drive by the stadiums every day on my way to work. I pass those stadiums. I work for Boeing, and I build the CH-47, the helicopter that the Army uses. There, boom, there's Barry Bonds, and so yeah, that's the division I work for in Boeing, not the commercial aircraft, which is having getting a little bit of a black eye right now. So, but yeah, I was never a Philadelphia Phillies fan. As a kid growing up, my dad, his uncle, used to, still does, has a home over in Jersey, and his children are there now. I guess his cousins, my dad's cousins, are there. And back in the day, like these old time Yankees would come and hang out at his uncle's house on a down day, and they would go fishing, whatever. His uncle would take them out on the boat fishing, and I'm saying, like, man, I would love. The only time I get to see those people is, unfortunately, at funeral times. Boom, there's a Wade Boggs. And so, yeah, I don't really know them, but I would love to see what kind of memorabilia they have at their house. I can just imagine, like signed balls by who knows who, Did you guys read in the news that the Babe Ruth jersey sold by like a Babe Ruth Foundation or his museum or something like that. Sold for over $4 million for a Babe Ruth jersey. I think it's the highest. I think they said that's the highest price paid for a piece of memorabilia. $4 million for a jersey. It's hard to say. Would you give up a Babe Ruth jersey for $4 million? You probably wouldn't be able to buy another one for less than that. You know, hard to say. $4 million is a lot of money. I guess that's a lot of baseball cards. You have to get really lucky with them to get $4 million worth of cards back. You know, if you're into that, you know, that making money kind of thing. Most of us, we just do it because we enjoy it. We love the sport and we enjoy the hobby, which gets us a little bit closer to the sport. Some of us don't have professional. There you go. There's the first day issue card, Jose Vizcaino. So there you go. That's that one. You get one of those per box. Couldn't be. Oh yeah, it couldn't be the Eddie Murray. Of course not. So, and this is the last pack, and then we'll be done. So, and that is that. So, I don't think we need to go through all the hits because we kind of looked through them all. We got like 2 of everything. A lot of Hall of Famers, a lot of people that should be Hall of Famers. We've got one of these, I think, mail-in redemption cards for maybe the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know. That looks like Bip Roberts. Yes, Bip Roberts sliding into home plate. Looks like he's going to be safe. Anyway, guys, that's it for the live stream. I'm just going to take a minute and go through some of your comments. Shalani, you live in Washington State. I've always been a Mariners fan. Well, good. That's good. I mean, how close are you to the stadium, though? You live like in town? Yes, Boeing is one of the biggest companies up in the Northwest. Yep. And your dad has a Babe Ruth gold card? Nice. Yeah, true that. If I was filthy rich, you wouldn't have to sell the jersey, right? Thanks for the compliment there, Shalini. Tacoma. Okay, about an hour or so away. Yeah, I kind of hate having to drive by the stadiums because whenever there's something going on, like um, the hockey stadium's right there, the football stadium's right next to I-95. You can literally look inside the stadium as you're driving by, and then the baseball stadium is just on the other side of the football stadium. Um, so yeah, sometimes it's just like going to one of the games and then trying to get out at the end of the game when there's 50,000 cars trying to get out too, and it takes you 2 hours to get out of the parking lot. It's like that. It took me 2 hours to get home from work on Friday. There was something going on at the hockey stadium there. There must have been a concert or something. The parking lot was full. The highway is all jammed up. And then with being Friday, and I have to head towards the Jersey Shore, then I have to fight the shore traffic. And total it took me 2 hours to get home. I didn't get home till after 4:30 in the afternoon. I get off at 2:30. Didn't get home till after 4:30. And then the wife wants me to do stuff that you can't come home and relax. You got the honey-do list, but that is what it is. At least she doesn't hassle me too much about my hobby because it's pretty massive. I got 1.3 million cards, and they're taking up spots in 2 rooms of my house right now. Yes, the Supersonics used to be your basketball team up there. Yep, with Gary Payton. Again, I haven't followed basketball or any other sport for a long time. Yankees, baseball, that's my thing. By the way, the Yankees were whooping the Red Sox over in London today. The last I heard before I lost my satellite signal for some reason because I got all the other channels. It was 17-10. Each team scored 6 runs in the first inning, and the Red Sox pitcher went 1/3 of an inning, and the Yankee pitcher went 2/3 of the first inning, and they were gone. Gave up 6 runs apiece. After that, it kind of settled down, and then the Yankees exploded. And then Boston made a comeback and got 4 more runs in one inning. And I lost connection. It was about the sixth inning. So the game should be over by now. I don't know what the final is. I haven't checked. The assumption is Yankees won, and that'll put them 10 games up on Boston. Sorry if there's any Red Sox fans out there, but so I don't know. It's Saturday. It's in the afternoon here. I'm on the East Coast, of course. It's 7:14 in the evening now, so I'm gonna work on getting these two videos posted if they haven't. One hasn't already posted, um, and I don't know. See what's going on with other people's channels. Check my giveaway comments and stuff, and then see what other people are doing. And if nothing's going on, I'm really bored, so I don't know. I've got other boxes to rip open. I could do that, but I don't necessarily have to do it live. I can just sit on and record it with my phone, which will autofocus and then post it way late. But tomorrow I'm going to definitely going to a flea market. I'm definitely coming home with something. Um, they were kind of closed today, so I couldn't get anything, which was unusual. I thought it would have been open. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, especially you guys who came back for the second round because I just finished streaming not too long ago. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to all these new guys. They need your help as well. Um, I would really love to see people just sub for sub. You know, if I sub you, sub me back, and just go on like that, and vice versa. You know, if you sub someone, they should be subbing you back, and that's how we're going to get people. You know, get them up and their subscriptions and get them to be able to stream live. So I didn't know you could do it live with the webcam. I had to be digging around and digging into the fine print of some of this YouTube stuff, and that's how I found out about it. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll have something from tomorrow from the flea markets, hopefully, and post it up for you guys to check it out. All right. Hey, I'm going to end the stream. We're already way past 30 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. You're number 4. Okay. Later.